We're living in this age of brilliant machines, and they're getting smarter every single day. So what makes us valuable? What's our unique role in all of this? That's the huge question we're tackling today, and trust me, the answer is probably not what you think.
Lee Cockerell, who is one of the key people running Disney World, said something that really sticks with you. In times of drastic change, it is the learners who inherit the future. And boy, are we in a time of drastic change right now. This quote just sets the stage perfectly.
So that gets you thinking, right? We're all scrambling to learn new tech skills, trying to keep up with AI. But what if the real secret, the key to thriving, isn't about beating machines at their own game, but about doubling down on the very things that make us human in the first place?
Okay, so first things first, we have to get our heads around the fact that AI isn't some distant sci-fi idea anymore. No, it's here, right now, and it's already changing everything.
Just think about it for a second. Universal translators, virtual reality, AI assistants in our pockets. These were the stuff of science fiction novels and movies not that long ago. And now, they're just normal. The pace of this change is just accelerating, and what seems totally impossible today is probably going to be our reality tomorrow.
And this wave of change is hitting every single part of the workplace. You see it in the physical world, right? We have robots in warehouses doing all the heavy lifting. But it's also happening in the world of ideas, the cognitive world. In finance, AI can spot fraud patterns that even a sharp human analyst might miss. In customer service, chances are the first person you talk to is an AI. So it's augmenting not just our muscles, but our minds too.
Okay, so if machines are taking on more and more of the physical stuff, and now more and more of the thinking stuff, you can't help but ask that kind of uncomfortable question. Where do we fit in?
You hear it all the time, right? The story of conflict, of humans versus machines. We see the headlines about jobs being automated away, and it's only natural to wonder, are we about to become obsolete? Is this some kind of zero-sum game?
But here's where we need to flip the script. The reality isn't replacement, it's augmentation. As AI gets better at all those routine, analytical tasks, it actually makes the skills it can't do more valuable. Our creativity, our empathy, our critical thinking, those things become premium skills. It's this crazy paradox, right? The smarter the machines get, the more valuable our humanity becomes.
All right, so if being human is the secret sauce, the next big question is, how do you build a company, an organization that actually unlocks those skills in people? And it turns out, this doesn't just happen by accident. It's built on purpose.
And this idea comes straight from the Disney playbook. That incredible customer experience, that culture where everyone seems to be on their A-game, that's not magic. It's the result of hard, deliberate work to define how people should behave and then hiring and training them for it.
And you can see this exact blueprint at work in a place like Vanderbilt University Medical Center. They get amazing results by following a super clear system. First, they define their culture, making things like kindness totally non-negotiable. Then, they hire for that attitude above all else. When people start, the training focuses on how they do things before they even get to the what. And finally, they empower their people. They give them the freedom to own and solve problems right then and there.
And this quote just nails their entire philosophy, doesn't it? You can always teach someone a technical skill, like how to use a computer, but you can't really teach kindness or empathy. You have to hire for it. That becomes the bedrock of the entire system.
Okay, so having a great system is one piece of the puzzle. But what's the fuel? What actually powers the people inside that system? Well, that brings us to the engine of motivation itself. You know, for decades, management has been all about that classic carrot and stick, rewards and punishments. But that whole approach just misses something so fundamental about who we are. It assumes we have to be pushed and prodded into doing things, when the truth is, we all have this built-in drive to grow and to contribute something meaningful.
But what we're learning is that real, lasting motivation, it doesn't come from the outside. It comes from satisfying three deep psychological needs that we all have. We crave autonomy, we want to have some control over our work, we need relatedness, that feeling of being connected to the people around us, and we desire competence, the feeling that we're actually good at what we do and we're getting better. When a workplace can provide those three things, guess what? People motivate themselves.
So, now imagine this. What happens when you put these amazing AI tools into the hands of a team that's already motivated, empowered, and working in a great culture? Well, that's where the magic really happens. That's the payoff.
And this is absolutely crucial to understand. Getting the most out of AI isn't really a technology problem, it's a people problem.
The companies that are truly crushing it with AI are the ones with leaders who are excited, a culture that supports new ideas, and a team that actually wants to learn and adapt. And you see this play out over and over. Look at DBS Bank. Their culture of just trying things out led them to use AI in brand new ways in HR, or Disney, with their evangelistics culture, which got employees excited about using data. And at a big global bank, when they automated simple fraud alerts, they didn't get rid of their experts. No, they freed them up to go after the really complex, high-level criminal cases. See the pattern here? It's so clear. Human culture is the spark that makes the technology ignite.
Okay, this all leads to a final, really powerful idea that kind of flips everything we've been talking about on its head.
So most of us have heard of Maslow's hierarchy, right? This idea that you're climbing a ladder, starting from a place of deficiency and working your way up to fulfillment. Well, this human jackpot concept just flips that completely. It says, nope, you don't start from a place of lacking something. You start from a place of abundance. You've already won the cosmic lottery of consciousness. The whole mindset shifts from, I have to strive to become something, to I already am. I mean, think about it like this. We aren't standing at the bottom of a mountain trying to struggle our way to the top. We were born at the summit. We've already been given this incredible prize: consciousness, creativity, empathy. The real challenge isn't to earn it. The challenge is to realize we already have it and to start using it. So, what are these winnings exactly? They're the skills we've been talking about this whole time: the creativity, the critical thinking, the empathy that no machine can replicate. And you know what? Our work, it's not just about a paycheck. It's the main stage, the primary venue, where we get to invest those winnings and put our human jackpot to good use. So really, at the end of the day, the big question isn't, is a machine going to take my job? The real question, the one that truly matters, is this: how are you going to invest the incredible, irreplaceable human skills you already have? How will you invest your winnings?